Training with Jasper. In this training session, we're going to be putting out some quail, letting Jasper flush, and hopefully shoot a few quail over him. The main objective is to get him used to the gunfire. Now, I've already had Jasper out in the quail woods several times, just letting him flush the quail with no gunfire. And I've also took a few wounded quail, threw them up in the air, and had a person shoot off in the distance. So he does have some exposure to both birds and gunfire. We're going to try to put it all together here. Right here, we let him out of the box. We're just letting him be a dog. We're not adding any rules right now. We want him to explore, use his nose, and just have a good time. The first quail didn't fly so well, so I ended up picking it up here, and I just throw it up in the air. Right here would be the ideal time to shoot. If we shot right here, he'd be able to put his mouth on the quail and forget about the gunfire. We shoot a little bit late here, and it makes him just a little bit hesitant. And this would probably be a good time to end the session. I notice he's a little bit hesitant. I'm trying to get him back involved with the quail, but it just wasn't happening. So I brought him over here to the water bucket, let him cool down. And we walk back to the ATV, put him back in the dog box, and I get out the other dog. She's a little more experienced, and we're just going to have Jasper sit back in the truck and hopefully get a little jealous. Right here, we're way away from the truck. I had the owner shoot up in the air.
Good job. Let's go.
We work our way back towards the truck. I'm throwing a quail for cotton, and we're just letting Jasper watch that. I'm trying to get him jealous. So when next time he gets a chance to come out, he's a little more amped up. Right here, I just have him wait in the truck box. This is something he already knows, and it's just about the only rule I have him do on this training session. Right here, I take him off the leash, give him a tap, let him know it's okay to go, and he bolts out of there. Really good energy, really good excitement, and we work him up to our first plenty of quail. Right here, you can see him smelling it. He's funneling down in on it. He's rooting through the bush. We're set up perfectly. The quail flies. We shoot, and we just happen to miss. And you can see Jasper just being a little bit hesitant here. We want him to go to the quail. And right here, he's looking back at the owner. He's just not quite sure. So I run him over to where the quail went down. He starts to smell it again. Right here, he flushes it up. The owner shoots, kills the quail. But notice Jasper, he's being a little bit hesitant. And that's just from that little bit of exposure to the gunfire, a little too early, a little too close.
Where'd it go?
And this sets me back a little bit. I end up working him out of it in the future, but this is a big setback.
Where'd it go? Dead, right here.
Every dog's a little bit different. Some dogs you'll get out there and they won't even notice the gunfire. But if you have one that's a little bit hesitant, it's really important you take your time. Right here, he picks up the dead quail. I immediately start moving backwards, trying to get him to come to me, not me go to him. Now work him out into a nice clear opening. Go ahead, get my hands on him. I'm not trying to grab the quail right away. I'm just petting him up. I want him to be somewhat possessive about the quail. And I also want him to realize if he brings the quail to me, I'm not going to take it right away. So I'm petting him up, letting him know he's a good boy. And when I work the quail away from him, notice how he's not trying to go right for it. I want him to immediately want to get his mouth back on the quail when I take it from him. And he's just being a little bit hesitant there. And that's from that gunfire just being a little too early. So I go ahead, work him back over to the truck. We put him back in the dog box. Close the door, and we move and just go change locations. And that'll be the end of the gunfire for this lesson. We go ahead, go to a different area. I get out both dogs, both Cotton and Jasper. We let them run through the bush, flush some quail right here. They flush the quail. Cotton's chasing the quail automatically. That's what we're looking for. And notice Jasper, he's already back over there by his owner. He's a little bit hesitant. He's anticipating that gunfire when the quail flies. We don't want that, so we need to lay off the gunfire. We work our way back out into a big open field. I put out another quail. I'm just adding some feathers to the scent. We're not going to be shooting anymore, but I just want Jasper to flush a few quail and realize that just because the quail flushes doesn't mean that big boom's going to happen. Every dog's a little bit different. If you have one that's a little bit more sensitive around the gunfire, it's really important you just take your time. Let the dog kind of get used to it on their own time.
Ready? Yes.
Right here, I throw a quail for him. It goes down. As soon as it lands, he goes chasing, so that's a really good sign. We're not shooting right here. He takes off towards it, and we get lucky right here. He accidentally bumps a pheasant up right there. He notices it, and we're going to see what he does. We want to see him immediately start chasing it as soon as he flushes it, and he does. So that's a really good note to end on. So we'll go ahead, load him back up, get him back in the truck. And it was a good session. It was a good learning curve for both me and Jasper right there. He was we pushed it a little too far, tried to go a little too fast. And some dogs you can get away with that with, and some you can't. I ended up getting him over it, and he's really turned into a nice dog, but I just thought I'd share that training lesson.